Welcome, friends and enemies, to episode 80 of the Adventures of the Bane Glorious. We have almost everybody here. We have Kathryn.
Hello, I miss Jess.
We have Adam.
Hello!
We have Simon.
Yesterday.
And
Oh,
we
my
have
Jess
Ed.
is so far away.
In Jess's absence, I simply say, "Oh no,
Oh yeah. That makes
Oh,
sense.
no.
oh no."
But what are we talking about? Who's this? It's Jess coming in now in audio form. Hi, Jess. Oh. Oh,
Is she Irish?
I was
No,
a
I
fucking
think-
dog.
A dog.
I think it was barking.
That's the most racist
She
thing
could be
you've
an
ever
Irish
said.
dog.
I'm an Irish dog. Or
Maybe you did it very well.
Oh, it's me. It's Juniper.
the famously
Have some
Irish bard.
inspiration. I'm going to raise the dead, fiddle-de-dee.
You sort of veered away from Irish towards the
It's
end.
because
there,
it's
Simon.
fucking Pepe, Michael, and you know it. I want to be sure, okay?
Oh, tell.
Sorry, I need a moment.
Okay.
Last time, the Bane Glorious had found themselves in the fifth layer of hell, Stygia, on the trail of Lorethel's sister, Faralynn, who had run amok across various realms and planes, through Juniper's father's laboratory, through Eberron and the Morning, and finally Hell, where you managed to pay a boat person to get you to the city of Tantlin, where this boat person had consulted their colleagues, and their colleagues had informed them that Faralynn had gone that way. After some hours or minutes or days, you're not really sure, in Hell, some of you were quite cold, some of you were getting a little bit corrupted, whatever that might
Forgot
mean.
about that. Oh.
And eventually you made it to Tantlin, where it was decided that you should try and talk to some people and see if they'd seen Faralynn. The first person that Vigo was pushed to choose by the rest of you was a rather unpleasant-looking Amnizu, who was rather unpleasant in personality as well as looks. And whilst they didn't have the information, or seemingly didn't have the information that you wanted, they were very keen on possessing Erallur and her celestial nature, which is confusing because Erallur doesn't really know about her celestial nature. A fight was avoided by Juniper revealing parts of one of the moths from the wilderness, which scared this Amnizu enough that he backed off. You then went through the streets of Tantlin trying to find somebody else who might be able to provide information. You did find somebody else, but decided that blue tiefling's prices were a little bit steep. Finally, you located a slave who seemed to be fairly high up in whoever he was serving's hierarchy, who gave you the information that they had seen somebody matching Faralynn's description heading to Collector Zabin's shop or museum. And having thanked this person, you headed there. You were greeted by a closed door on having decided that you would try and present Flint's Ball of Mithril as your payment for any information that they might have. A slot in the door opened up and a disembodied voice asked you why you were there. Juniper explained, and you were admitted to meet Collector Zabin, who was a rather insectivoid individual.
Whatever you want to call it.
One of them, their words. And after a few more trades than perhaps you were expecting, you were garnered the information that Faralynn had indeed been there, had tried to barter for something called the Goblet of the Infinite, and had tried to barter for it with your souls, which had insulted the collector because they didn't trade in souls. She had apparently left empty-handed, but Erallur, intrigued by the mention of the Infinite, had asked Zabin whether they might be able to provide more information on this individual. They assented after Erallur had traded her Downfire Feather, and you also learned that Faralynn was originally, if she got hold of the goblet, heading to somewhere called the Crucible, which appeared to be a demi-plane of some kind. The Downfire has been traded. Zabin is ready to give you the information. What would you like to do?
Can I take a look around, see if we're alone?
Make a perception check.
Not bad. 12.
It appears that you're alone.
Okay. I'll just stay back and I'll keep my cannon cocked and close, but I won't aim at anything in particular.
Okay.
But if it looks like anything's going to infiltrate the place or otherwise cause harm to the group, can I hold an action to shoot its face off?
Okay. I will say, because you're cocking the cannon, you need to make a sleight of hand check. Because in its own way, with somebody who is as appraised of magical items as this individual, they might realise that that is a semi-aggressive action.
Natural 20.
Ooh,
Okay.
I'm going to say natural 1.
So 24.
Ooh, okay.
Wait, what was it? Sorry, a stealth or sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand.
Oh, 29 then.
Oh my word. You had a +9?
I had no idea. I've never had to use it before.
Because you've always cocked your gun before the fight starts.
Yeah.
Maybe you've been stealing all of our stuff this whole time and none of us know because you have a +9.
Oh yes, that's why you don't have any magical artifacts left in your bags.
Actually, Juniper has all of them.
That's very lucky, Ed, because they rolled a 28.
Ooh.
Ooh. And we were like, oh, nailed it.
Yeah. They also had a +9 to their perception. I rolled a 19.
Are you the same person?
Wow.
Have you ever seen them in the same... Oh, wait, no.
So you do manage to just flick the hammer so that your cannon is ready. None of the rest of you notice this.
Are there any sources of heat in the room that Saluk can spot or feel?
Roll a perception check. I will say as well, Flint, with your perception check, because of your artificer nature, a lot of the items in the room just pique your interest, just because they seem to be interesting devices. You can't really identify any of them. You don't really recognize them, but I think that's probably a little bit distracting, hence why you didn't necessarily do that well at the perception.
Okay.
So, Luke?
21.
There don't appear to be any sources of heat, really. It's a very, very chilly room. You're standing on icy tiles, and the rest of the room appears to be tiled in a similar way. It's not melting beneath the warmth of your feet, though. So maybe some magic of some kind, but no sources of heat, really, other than your companions, who you're fairly close to.
Saluk sulks further within himself and wraps his wings around along with the fur coats and just keeps his eyes locked on what he can see of the mithril ball.
Okay. It's in a glass cabinet.
Am I not waiting to get my information?
Yes, but it's perhaps they are asking for a particular question or waiting for a particular...
Oh, I see.
Sorry if that wasn't clear.
No, it's fine. I just wasn't sure if I'd forgotten. Okay. I mean, yeah. I'd just like to know anything you know about the Infinite, really.
There's much to say. Long ago, there was a wizard, a child, who somehow knew the ways of the arcane. It said that he was out walking in the forest one day when he met a devil, a spirit, a force of nature, and he did a deal with it. But somehow, he tricked the devil and learned one too many secrets. He became powerful beyond compare. So powerful that he sought to be the only power, the only living thing, to be truly infinite. Others took exception to this, decided that he must be defeated. But he could not be. Every time they tried, every time he died, he would rise again. And so they decided on a more risky course of action. They split his soul into pieces and placed them within artefacts. Spread them across the plains. One to a library in an elven city. Another to a great wizard who wielded a staff of power. A goblet to me. A sword said to contain souls and bestow them or steal them. It's just a story.
So their soul was split apart. Does that mean that they're not around physically anymore?
I do not know that.
And who were these people who tried to stop him?
Called themselves the Eight. But there were others underneath.
Do they still exist?
They do. Across worlds.
So what would happen if just one piece of soul was freed?
We'll try to free the others.
And how would it?
Again.
How would it go about doing that as just one piece of soul?
Break the artifacts. Possess.
But how does a soul do that? A soul that isn't physical, is it?
I do not know. I'm not one for theological argument. But I imagine it could possess another.
Do you know the name of this child wizard?
I only know the infinite. Not what he once was. This was long ago. If it is even true.
Okay.
If the infinite was to come back, what good would it do the person who found all of the pieces?
I do not claim to know the mind of one so ancient, so powerful, so bent on the destruction of everything and everyone but itself. But if I had to guess, perhaps it would serve as a new shell for the old soul. The infinite would view it as ascending to a higher power.
I lean aside to Flint and whisper, "You did say Faralynn had been acting out of character to how you remember, huh?"
And also, I believe that this infinite that came to us that night at the tavern, this was before you came along, but I believe that happened just after we went to an elven city stuck in time. Which
With a library?
everything ended in a library, just as everything began.
What trouble have you got me into, Flint?
I'm asking that same question.
This cup, if you were to fill it with a liquid, you say that that liquid would never end.
You are correct.
So if one were to fill it with an incredibly powerful healing potion, you would have an infinite amount of that healing potion.
Yes.
Let's huddle.
Okay.
Without saying anything, so Luke makes sure to lead towards the center of this huddle.
Juniper just says, "Oh, I like huddles." Oh, you said huddles. I thought you said cuddles. Sorry.
I'll
She
bring
probably
her
still
in.
likes huddles.
Like she's in the room.
So here's what I'm thinking. And obviously I'll say this hopefully quiet enough that they can't hear.
Make a stealth check.
Light of tongue check.
Okay.
Sleight of tongue sounds wrong. I love that both Simon and Adam decided to do movements with their tongues at that point, just for podcast listeners' sake.
8 sleight of tongue.
Okay, you think you're being
Okay,
quiet.
this is fine. So here's what I'm thinking. Faralynn is either possessed by or working for the infinite to get all of the souls back, the pieces of the souls.
I would say that is probably a fair assessment.
So
It would explain why the sword has lost its power.
Is the sword one of the things?
Fits the description.
Mm-hmm.
The sword that stores souls.
So the sword had a piece of soul in it, but also could be used to restore souls to a body.
Well, perhaps the sword was used to put the souls into the other items, so that's almost like it's the ultimate item.
But whatever it used to do, it doesn't do anymore. So someone has taken that power away, presumably.
The question is, if the items were only originally used to store the pieces of the soul, and if the soul has been taken out, does it stand to reason that the soul holds the power, and therefore whoever is possessed holds the power? We might be walking into a trap towards somebody who is becoming steadily more dangerous.
Then we need to get to her before she becomes too powerful, surely.
I'm so sorry, out of character. Remind me, the actual sword itself, did we find the physical item?
Yes, you have it.
You
specifically have it, Saluk.
Yes. Oh, yes, of course I do. Yeah.
I don't think we should take the goblet to where Faralynn is, but I don't think we should leave it here for anyone to come and buy.
Well, why don't you just put it in that endless bag that you have? Like, you're lucky if you find anything in there.
But if you know what you're looking for, then you can find anything in there.
But how are people to know that you have it?
Well, Faralynn led us here on purpose.
True.
But I'm a very good liar, so if I have it in the bag, she won't know.
Well, you carry a liar, hey?
She just gave one up, actually.
I tried to, I still have it.
Oh, right, yeah. So, looking at my mental list, which is a physical list here, the one in the library has been released. The goblet is here. The one in the sword has been released. The great wizard who wielded a staff of power sounds like it could be Starfy, but I mean, lots of wizards have staffs, so.
But Starfy wouldn't be evil.
Not necessarily, but he could have been living in a staff which had a soul in.
There were 2 Starfies.
Maybe. Or maybe he was evil and he just didn't. Maybe he was the good part of this wizard. Maybe he was the child part of this wizard.
Because there's good in everyone.
I slightly lean over to Saluk and go, do you have any idea who this Starfy person is?
Do not, but I am going with it.
Okay.
But if this is the case and it was Starfy, then they have everything except the goblet. So why would she leave without the goblet?
Perhaps she's just not good at making negotiations.
She has a smoke ability, I guess, and other stuff. I'm sure if she really wanted to, she could have taken it.
I was about to say if she's as powerful as she seems, then it would stand to reason that she wouldn't have to ask for it. She'd be able to just take it.
The goblet is still here, but do we know if the power within it is still here? Try and find out.
I mean, I can have a look over it.
Do not shoot it, Flint. Do not shoot it.
I hate to say it, folks, but do we know that the goblet's still here?
Could it just be an illusion?
She's pretty good at illusions from what I hear.
Have we seen something that looks... Did they show us a goblet? No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did Juniper saw the illusion or goblet? Or did...
No, it was not on display.
And everything else is on display, isn't it? Because they took everything we offered.
There's a lot of things on display. Presumably the collection is larger than this room, however.
I'm going to turn to this insectoid devil and say, this goblet, did she have a look at it when she came?
No. We keep it safe. It is one of our prized items.
I mean, let's say, for example, that we were to take you up on your offer and purchase it. Might we be allowed to have a look at it first?
Roll a persuasion check.
But I'm not good at these. Why do I keep asking people for things?
You're a stealth language check.
It's a 6.
For stealthy intentions.
Do you not trust us?
It's not that I don't trust you. It's just I am potentially unsure whether the previous person who was interested might have left you high and dry.
We see. We hear. No one can steal from us.
Are you sure about that?
You insult our intelligence. You besmirch our honor. We may be evil, but we follow the law.
You're clearly a very intelligent chap. I'm not disputing that for a moment. I'm just saying that there are others. You follow rules, and that makes you very honourable in your own way, but there are others who do not. I believe that is the whole foundation between your conflict with the demons that you find in the abyss. Chaos versus law.
Your point.
What I'm saying is, while you can be trusted, it might be possible that someone who cannot be trusted might have snuck in here, maybe messed around with your collection, possibly without you knowing, being as lawful as you are.
Roll another persuasion check this time with advantage.
That fell through. Oh, it's an 11.
You wish us to check.
We don't have to come, but aye.
Grislax will check. Grislax, find the goblet.
I turn around to the others. Bislack will check.
There doesn't appear to be a response. There doesn't appear to be anybody else in the room. But the collector seems to be satisfied that Grislax is doing their bidding. You wait for a time. Things start to get a little awkward. Can you all roll Constitution saving throws for me, please?
16.
16.
19. Corruption.
Saving throw.
Yes.
14.
Okay, you all succeed. You're all safe.
Plus 9.
Wow.
Okay. After a time, you see Zabin getting a little bit nervous. The mandibles are chittering a little bit more. They're glancing from side to side, and their head movement is not one that you're used to seeing on a creature this large. You'd associate it more with insects and ants specifically. And seeing it on this scale is a little bit disconcerting. Eventually, the head seems to turn as if hearing something, and then turns back to you and says, "It is gone."
Well, at least we don't have to buy it now.
How did you know?
Well, we didn't know. We're just quite canny when it comes to these sorts of things.
I had a hunch.
You wanted it.
Actually, we wanted nothing to do with it, but it appears that we now have a mutual enemy.
It was here when she left.
Was it though?
Yes. You took it.
Why would you say that?
We
were the only ones here.
But
we've
we've all
know
been here in the room with you the whole time.
And also, we didn't know it existed until we got here.
We've got a boat guy who brought us in here. He'll vouch for us.
Also, if we took it, why would we tell you to go and check that it was still there?
Absolutely.
A bluff.
I mean, it'd be a pretty piss-poor bluff for us to stick around while doing that.
I was going to say, have you seen this guy? Like, he can't persuade you around a corner shop, let alone anything else.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage, Ed.
Why me?
You're persuading him
Okay.
to believe that you are unpersuasive.
18.
Does that help or not?
This does not make sense. Where would it have gone?
I mean, you just told us the story about it holding a soul.
And we know someone that is trying to collect souls by the looks of it now, so...
We catalogue everything. We put it in its right place. We did not move it. You did not move it. Unless you hide someone. Someone invisible.
I'm not sure why that's more feasible than the last person who was here looking for it just took it with them.
Mm.
She left without it.
But how do
We
you know
checked.
she left without it?
We held it.
I mean, magic exists.
Perhaps what you held was an illusion?
You cannot hold hands pass through.
Maybe she gave you a cup exactly the same shape and made it look like the right one.
She did not touch the cup. We did.
Maybe she cast a spell on your mind to make you think you were looking at the right cup when actually you weren't.
We are not so easily enchanted.
Well, anyway, you quite clearly don't have it. We quite clearly don't have it. So...
Empty your pockets. Empty your bags.
It'll take a while.
Fine.
But you have to promise not to take any of our stuff, unless it's the cup. You can take that.
We promise.
So basically what she's saying, you can take back your own property, but anything that's not yours, you can't take.
Anything that we've not stolen... Sorry, that's ours.
Anything that we stole from anyone else is ours.
You are not assuaging our fears.
Fair enough.
All right.
And I'll start emptying my stuff.
Okay. The rest of you?
Elsie kneels down, just starts making a little pile.
I'm going to need a bigger surface.
Saluk very carefully and neatly lays out all of his belongings on the floor.
All three of them.
Juniper does the same. Vigo follows suit. Brenna just puts down their axe and their
Is
sword.
this going to be like
and
in
that's it.
Joseph's Technicolor Dreamcoat on the steps where they all unload their bags and then one of them has the cup and there's the song about how he didn't take the cup?
Not Benjamin.
Yeah, Benjamin, that's it.
Is episode 80 our musical episode?
I mean, why would I have based you going into hell on a biblical story, Kathryn?
Jacob.
If you did, can we sing the song? Jacob and Sons. I mean, that's the wrong part of the show, but... all I remember from this part is it just goes, Benjamin!
You can sing that bit as many times as you want.
Benjamin!
If one of us is holding the cup in a bag, then I'm going to shout Benjamin at you. But you have to do it to me. If it's me, you have to shout Benjamin at me.
Roll an insight check, Erallur.
Just to see if he's seen the musical.
It plays on loop in hell.
They're a being of many realms. They could well have done.
14.
Vigo's hand is in his bag.
Oh, fucking
and
Vigo.
He's sweating a little bit. He didn't move. He didn't go anywhere.
Well, he's probably got something else that he stole from them, presumably.
But he looks nervous. And you can tell that he looks nervous. Because it's so cold, but he is sweating.
Saluk takes a careful look over all of the arranged items on the floor and is just making a little list of like little noises.
Things that Saluk wants.
Oh.
Okay.
Do you do anything?
Can I make eye contact with Vigo in a kind of, what are you hiding kind of way?
Don't you fuck this up for us, guy.
Basically, I'm trying to ascertain if he actually stole the cup or if it's not as important as that.
Roll a performance check.
Perform with those eyebrows.
Exactly, Adam, exactly.
Oh, 7.
He looks at you with a slightly odd expression as he doesn't quite understand what you mean, but he still looks quite stressed, and then takes his hand out of the bag and shuffles his feet a little bit.
Maybe we should tell this person that Vigo's not really our friend.
Not with us.
No.
Is that everything?
That is everything we have. Now you do yours.
Right, is it everything that belongs to our group? And only our group.
You put your stuff out on the floor as well. I have heard of these hustles. You empty our bags and then you take our stuff. So you put your stuff out as well and then all is fair.
Our stuff is out in the cabinets.
Then could I have a cabinet for my stuff?
You are strange.
I'll take the one. If you take the mithra ball out of that one, I can use that. I'll hold it for you.
Nice try. What is the little one having in his bag?
Are you asking what has it's got in its pockets?
In its bag. It looks nervous. Yes.
Oh, that's just how he looks. I think he's just a little bit constipated at the moment.
Thanks, Elsie. I was trying to keep that not on the down low. That sounds even worse. Are
you sweating? What? How are you
No.
sweating? It is so cold.
No, it's a glandular condition.
No, that is sweat from the heat. I can tell. I do not sweat myself.
Luke,
I notice it.
Shut up.
When I am embarrassed, I put my feathers up. Are you embarrassed?
Vigo, if you stole something that isn't the
I-
cup, then I think you should just say that, because it's best to admit it now than be caught having stolen it, and then they'll just assume that you also stole the cup. Best not to assume that.
Okay, I can see how you might think that I would have stolen something. I did introduce myself to all of you as a thief and an assassin. I didn't steal the cup. I didn't steal anything else. I have been with Juniper and Brenner this entire time, and I haven't moved. But somehow the cup is in my bag. And he takes the cup. And it is a fairly nondescript goblet. Looks like it's made of pewter with a single opal sitting on one side of it. And as soon as it comes out of the bag and Vigo holding it by the stem, the devil not really smiles. It's hard to smile with mandibles, but there is a definite change in the demeanor. We knew it.
Did I say something wrong again?
It depends how this next bit goes. I need you all to roll for initiative. Flint, if you would like to shoot.
Oh, I was gonna offer to interpret their dreams and then get a job as chief advisor, and then I'd get a golden chariot, and then we could just fly away on the chariot.
Aw.
Like going
Chariots don't fly!
I will continue to hold my action until the devil does something to us first.
Oh, dear.
Okay. I have a question. You know how we talked about somebody else running Juniper during combat?
Yes.
Does somebody want to do that, or would it just be easier if I did, because I've got the character sheet?
I can maybe do unless someone else desperately wants to.
Oh, here's just now.
Nope.
Yeah, if you send that across to me and I can be Juniper for a day.
Okay.
Oh, to be Juniper for a day.
I'm not sure I could cope with the pressure to do it properly.
Ithaca.
Benjamin. I need to find out how that part of the song goes.
Ithaca. Was it you?
Yeah, it's just a whole list of names, isn't it? And then it's like, Benjamin.
Abraham. Was it you?
I have never seen this musical.
Oh, it's so good.
I have no intention of fixing that.
It's really good.
I
How
only
have you never seen it?
I only watched it last year for the first
What? I grew up with it. That
Yeah,
and
I had
Cats.
the
and then I
VHS.
then saw it live with Jason Donovan.
I think I was put off because I started. Oh God, where was it? In some context, I forget why, but somebody put it on to show us the opening number, and it was Donny Osmond just walking into like a village hall, and I was like,
It's
Yeah,
not a village hall, it's a school assembly.
So
Cool assembly.
if you strip away the musical aspect of it, it's
Oh, it's
like
great.
the opening's really creepy because they bring all of these kids into this school hall, shut the doors behind them while the teachers look at them in a really scary
What school
manner.
did you go to?
And then
Oh,
the doors open and dry ice comes out. And
Have you seen like the
Don
horror
Osmond
film
comes out
stuff?
dressed like a cult leader and just like singing to them, stroking them and saying,
It's,
come with me onto the stage
it's the
now.
weird bit where the
"Go,
kids.
go."
when
yeah,
he's in the jail cell, like basically naked, and then they all come onto the stage and look at him through the
Oh no,
bars.
it was the end of Act 1 when suddenly they're all in jail, and then it just suddenly turns into a disco,
Oh, I love that part.
and they're all just in their 70s clothes, like yeah. You just like
So
Yeah,
stupid.
That's
I think
like
my
the end
favourite
of
part
life.
was the black and white, you know, with the woman
Oh,
who
Potiphar.
kind of... Yeah. Oh,
Potiphar.
Yeah.
Joan Collins.
yeah. I didn't know who any of those people were when I was a
Yeah.
kid. So now I'm
Joan-
like, oh, it's Joan Collins from Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
There we go. Okay.
Donny Osmond from Joseph and the Technicolor
I
Dreamcoat.
would watch it if it was entirely the same setup. So children go into the school hall, doors close, doors open again, dry ice, but then it was Greg Davies.
That would be amazing.
Maybe that was actually how he ran assemblies.
Walking in and it's the Technicolor Dreamcoat, like, Ian there.
Right, everyone, shut up.
It was a very overtly sexual show. considering. All the wives with their very high thigh slit dresses.
Can skirts.
Yeah,
If you can.
that's not that shit.
If you can.
Okay, there we go. I have Juniper here now.
Whoa.
Is the character sheet just a load of pictures of dogs?
Yeah. Character image. There we go. Okay. Right, and I'll get my spell book open because I imagine that's mostly what she'll be doing.
Are all of those the cabinets?
Yes, that's the idea.
We should just break them and use all the magic items.
Yeah, like John Wick.
Does anyone have a boomerang?
A boomerang?
Is that a boomerang you fire from a bow? Because that's a wicked idea.
Boomerang!
Pretty interesting.
Or it's a meringue made out of bows. No, a bow made out of meringue.
There are some spells she hasn't used yet, and I think I'm not going to use them.
That's fair.
Because I feel like there'll be one she'll want to reveal at a later date. Even though there's one that would be super useful right now.
Break glass.
Yes, the famous break glass spell. Ed, could you also roll initiative for Juniper? Would that be okay?
Yes, of course I can, yes.
Cool.
I'll get another set of dice. I'm going to get my pink ones. I never use my pink ones. Feels very suitable for Juniper. And a 2, just order my dice. La 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 la. There we go. Right, and for Juniper, of course, natural 20. Jess is with me.
So, 25 to 20.
Natural 20 for Juniper.
Okay, so what's her initiative bonus?
Her initiative bonus. That's not a good question when you've rolled a natural 20. Her initiative bonus is +4, so 24.
Lovely. Okay. 20 to 15? Okay.
I have lots of time to plan before my go.
15 to 10?
Hello!
All of you. Okay. Ed?
Not me.
13.
Is that for Flint?
Yes, that is.
Okay. So Luke?
12.
Elsie?
11.
Oh, wow. Got 13, a 12, and 11. And I asked you all in order. That's really strange. 10 to 5?
Yes, 7.
Okay, so...
And Truffle is 4 as well.
Ooh, Truffle usually rolls better than that.
I know.
Also, Elsie usually rolls better than that. What happened, Adam?
I just got a 7.
Okay, so running order is Juniper. Good luck, Ed. The Ice Devil. Vigo. Brenna, because I rolled really well with all 3 of those. Flint. Saluk. Elsie. Erallur. Truffle.
That ice monster Vigo Brenner bit will just be that little cutscene moment between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go.
You just go for a loo break, it'll be fine. Okay, so it's Juniper's turn first. What is she doing?
Okay, let me just check.
Of course.
This.
No, decide now. Go.
Okay, hang on. I just need to figure out what the spell does because I don't know any of these spells.
Read them out.
If you
okay, I'm definitely going to do this. I'm going to cast... Oh, God. Okay, I'm sorry, everyone. Brand new class. So I'm going to cast Animate Objects on all of the cabinets and their magical items inside them. So I can...
Send them out the door to our...
So I can choose up to 10... Oh, so 10 non-magical objects. Okay, that's fine.
Could be the the cabinet's probably magical, aren't they?
Yeah. So are there 10 magical? I mean, there's all the stuff that we dropped on the floor.
Yeah, there's all the stuff you dropped on the floor, so there's coins.
Yeah, I'll do coins then.
Did we not have time to pick our stuff up?
No.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm going to... 10 coins.
Okay.
Yeah. And so let me just figure out. So, Brill. I think it's a bonus action. I should be able to attack with it. Yeah, as a bonus action, mentally command any of them. Brilliant. Okay, so I think that means, I might be wrong, but you can command any or all of them at the same time, issuing the same command to each one. Right, all of those coins are going to attack the Ice Devil.
Okay.
So, God, bards are so powerful. I'm going to need some more dice. Right.
I've got spares.
Oh, thank you.
You will
Do you want this
10
out?
D20s.
I need 10 D20s.
Oh my
Could I
goodness.
have one more D20 and then I'll just roll that twice? Thank you. Lovely. So, God, they're better than I am. Okay, so that's a 15 to hit.
Misses.
No, sorry, not a 15. What am I talking about? I'm adding 17 and 8. So that's 25 to
That
hit.
hits.
That's 22 to hit.
Hits.
I'm writing all this down so you know.
The other 3 don't hit if
Okay.
15 didn't. And then 18 to hit.
That just hits.
And 19 to hit.
Hits.
That's everything.
So 4.
So 4 attacks hit. That's useful.
Whose gold are you using?
Flint's. 27 points of just damage. So I guess piercing damage or bludgeoning damage? Or
Yeah, it would probably be piercing, and they kind of count as bullets in this sense, I would think.
Yeah. So yeah, 27 points
Okay.
of piercing damage.
Point of interest. Does the spell specify whether the objects become magical as a result of the spell?
No, so you can choose up to 10 non-magical items that are not being worn or carried. Each target animates and becomes a creature under your control.
Oh,
So yeah.
So it's non-magical piercing damage then?
But is it a magical creature?
No, it would specify if it were magical damage.
So I would say
Okay.
it's probably... Oh, it's bludgeoning damage. The DM might rule specific objects slashing or piercing damage. Yeah, it says nothing.
Okay, so
Yeah,
it
so
would
I
be
imagine it's
non-magical.
non-magical.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you see 10 coins streak towards it, and a few of them hit and bounce off the chitinous armor, or miss entirely, and you hear the tsh of one of them hitting one of the cabinets, and you can see that cracks spider across the glass. A few of them hit and chip bits off the chitin, and you can see flecks of frost fly off. Doesn't do as much damage as Juniper was hoping.
Okay. Where is she at the moment in relation
She
to...
is here. You were all in the huddle, so you're all
And
in
where's
circle
the creature?
here. I know it's
Okay.
difficult to see because it's blue on blue.
She will stay where she is in that case and just go, ooh, and just step back a little bit.
Okay, so that's the end of Juniper's turn. As she steps back, does she want to step back there-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks good. Yep.
Okay, so she's next to Elsie, and she's moved sideways there.
In,
So
in my
that's-
head canon, she knows we're about to wreck the shop, and so she's thrown some money at him in advance as like compensation.
Yes, I'm sure Jess would have approved that. That's brilliant. Okay, so then it is the Ice Devil's turn. So you first hear a come, defend us. And then it is going to use its Wall of Ice ability.
Oh, cool.
So it magically forms an opaque wall of ice on a solid surface it can see within 60 feet of it. The wall is 1 foot thick and up to 30 feet long and 10 feet high. So it is going to put the wall of ice right on top of Saluk.
Is that taller than the roof?
No, it's only 10 feet high.
Okay.
So each creature in its space is pushed out by the shortest route. So that would be probably backwards for Saluk, to be honest, and forwards for Brenna, Flint, and Vigo. So the wall is there. So Flint, you wouldn't be pushed by it because you were already fairly forward.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you choose which end of the wall to end up on, actually. So, Saluk, would you like to be behind the wall or in front of it?
How tall is it?
10 feet.
Is there space above it?
There is.
Okay. I'll go in front of it anyway, so the
Okay.
monster, please.
That's fine. So you would end up there. You need to make dexterity saving throw for me, Saluk, as does Vigo. Ooh.
12.
Okay. You fail, as
But
does
it's-
Vigo.
Dexterity throw, so...
You have evasion, so you would take half damage because you failed.
Yes.
Correct?
Yep.
Great. Okay. So let's roll for that. Apologies. It's 10d6 cold damage. 13, 26, 32, 33 points of cold damage. Halved would be 16 points of cold damage. And Vigo also has evasion, so also takes 16. Okay. That's that then. So that's its turn. It's not going to move anywhere, but you do see it holds out its 3-clawed hand, and a frosty spear appears as if shimmered into being. It's now Vigo's turn. So Vigo is going to shoot his short bow at it, but is going to move away from the wall because it's cold and move behind one of the cabinets because he can get over there. So, and that will hit. So that's good. Plus 4, so that's 7 damage. And that's it. And then it's Brenner's turn. So Brenner is going to rage and is then going to run at the Ice Devil and try and hit it. And why not? It's going to use Reckless because there's nobody flanking it at the moment, so it wouldn't get advantage. Yeah, we'll hit just. Is 7 points of damage on the first hit. Cox. That hits, but just checking. Yeah. And 10 points of damage on that hit. So Vigo scoots around a pillar, looses arrow, manages to score just under its armpit, and then Brenner rushes forwards and just starts to hack at that arm with their axe. That's the end of Brenner's turn. It's now Flint's turn.
Okay, so what's my line of sight like now this wall's here?
Well, you're in front of the wall, so you can see the creature, and Brenner is slightly to the side, so you have a clear line of sight.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just shoot. Well, I mean, when he cast the ice, would my held action have gone off? Because
yes, I think
he was attacking us? Lovely. I'll attack him and then take my turn in that case. So, that's probably not going to hit. That's a 15, so no.
No, that misses, unfortunately.
Right, so I'll take my actual turn now. That's 24 to hit.
That will hit.
And now all of the dice. Okay, so 9 points of piercing damage, and then 18 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
And I'll use my bonus action to reload.
Does your piercing count as magical?
I don't believe so, no. Although, is it a magic weapon? I feel like it's not. I'll check and I'll let you know.
Yeah, please do. Because I realised as well that Brenner and Vigo did less damage because it's resistant to non-magical piercing and slashing and stuff. So, yeah, just double check that for me if you don't mind.
Will do.
Okay. Are you moving anywhere?
No, I'll stay where I am, I think.
Okay. So that is Flint. Saluk, it is now your turn.
Hello. So this creature is somewhat bug-like. Would Saluk notice any resemblance to other bugs or insects that he'd be familiar with?
Make a nature check.
From the forest. 10.
Not really. It's got insectoid markers, but the fact that it's got 4 limbs rather than more, and they're quite substantial in comparison to usual insects. There's actual almost armor plating up its arms and legs. So it's familiar and yet not.
Kind of an amalgamation of all sorts of hints of bug.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum mid-fly.
Kind of, yeah. Except less melty.
Oh no, that's grim. Okay, so having just dodged the ice wall for me, where has all this stuff on the floor ended up?
It was pushed either side.
Okay.
So it's just tinkled or been shoved, similar to how you were shoved to either side. So some of it's rolling across the floor, including a couple of your bits of jewellery kit.
Mm-hmm. So with rising anger at his stuff being pushed and mistreated, he brushes off his fur cloak and takes a deep breath as the chi starts to flow through him. And then Saluk's going to take out his javelin of lightning and whispers the magic Kathryn words and hurls it at his... I'm going to hurl it straight in the underbelly.
Okay. The thorax.
That.
Yeah.
Who says I didn't?
Sorry, I have to repeat that, Ed. Ed sent through the chat, I thought Simon said the cheese was flowing through him rather than chi.
I mean, canon.
Yes.
Also,
Simon, it's ki in D&D, it's not chi.
Kathryn monks are a weird breed. A travelling salesman came to their mountain village and canned string cheese once. Then it's
of all of the cheeses to go for.
Well, I know, but it's the worst cheese, and therefore that's why it's so pitiable. Anywho.
Also, I can't see any mention of the weapon being magical, so it's probably non-magical damage.
Cool. Okay, so how much thunder damage did you do again?
Oh,
was it 18?
18, I think. Something like that, yeah.
That's fine. I can do maths. Okay, the thunder damage did do as much damage as you were expecting. You could see it shiver through more than the bullet did damage. It was as if the bullet went in, and then suddenly there was a weird shake through its body, and that seemed to hurt it more.
Okay.
Sorry, so Luke, you were going to throw your javelin. Can you roll for attack?
26.
26 will hit, yes.
Yeah, okay. So it travels in a 5-foot wide lightning arc. There's nothing in the way, is there, from where I am? You're okay?
No, that would just miss Brenner, so you're okay.
So it hits it for 8 piercing damage. And
Okay.
then I've just got to roll my d6s. 10. What is it? Lightning damage? I think it's lightning damage. Yeah, 10 lightning damage.
Okay.
And of course, that is all magic weapon.
Okay, so would your piercing damage count as magical?
It says this javelin is a magic weapon, and then
Yes,
it
it
goes on
would.
to say about the spell.
Okay, so that was 4 points of piercing? Is that right?
No, 8. 8
Eight.
points of piercing and 10 lightning.
And 10 lightning. Brilliant, thank you. Okay, so Luke brings out the javelin, hurls it in a straight line, and as it's going, there's this sudden as it bursts into this column of arcing lightning, sinks just into the tail. You can actually see the point of it come out the other side, and then just electricity spirals over this thing. That did a significant amount of damage.
Okay. Following on from the momentum, I'm going to spend a key point and do flurry of blows. So I launched myself at the same... Oh, you look like you're going to say something.
No, I just have to move you, that's all. Where would you like to be moved to?
Oh, I'm going to launch myself at the same spot on its thorax.
Okay, so you're in front of it. Cool.
And then do a swipe with my talons. Now, I've been trying to find it while I've been talking. I think my unarmed counts as magical, but I may have made that up.
It does. No, because when you're level 6 monk, it counts as magical.
Probably.
Your fists or your talons are magical. I only know this because I recently played a monk as well.
There you go. Cool. Yeah, so I do a talon swipe.
Okay, roll for it.
The first one.
You would get advantage because Brenner is flanking.
Oh, cool. Okay. Fine. So the first one, it's a 30, 20.
That will hit.
And that one is 11. What is that? Slashing? What's that symbol mean?
I think it's slashing
11,
with you.
Yeah, 11 slashing.
Okay.
And then that I'm going to try and knock him prone.
They've been saying them most of the time.
Can I do a dex saving throw, please?
Dex saving throw. What is the DC, please?
16.
I failed my dexterity saving throw and threw the dice out of the box. Oh, that succeeds with a 19.
Okay, cool. I'll do a second flurry of blows slash.
Okay.
18.
That just hits.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and knock him prone again.
Okay. What was the DC?
16.
Ooh, just succeeded. It got a 16.
Okay. Hang on. Is flurry of blows a bonus action? It is. Never mind. I was going to take my weapon out, but never mind. Okay, that's fine. I take a leap back, which I think I can do for free.
Are you allowed to disengage?
Yeah.
For free?
Yeah. I take a leap back out of range.
Sorry, I'm sure you're right because I've seen it as well, but I'm just double checking.
I think if it's just me using the rest of my movement.
Yeah, but they can get an attack of opportunity on you, Simon.
Oh no, but I have the mobile feat, so as long as I've made an attack, it doesn't get it.
Okay, cool. That's why. I thought it was a monk thing, but it's because you've got mobile. Okay, so where do you move back to?
However many feet just out of range of melee.
Okay, that would be about there. Happy?
Thank you.
Okay, Elsie, your turn. You are on the other side of the ice wall.
I was just about to say, I'm assuming on the other side of the wall.
Yes.
So obviously I've heard things
Yes.
happen, but have no idea what's going on.
No, you've heard cannon boom, you've heard lightning. It's very interesting, but you can't really see through this opaque wall of cold.
I just go, is it over? Do I need to do anything?
You hear Vigo shout, no, yes.
Okay. Would I have deduced that the ice demon was an ice demon?
Roll an Arcana check.
I thought you just said, would I have deduced that the ice demon was a nice demon? And I was like, why are you asking?
Because obviously you said that they're an ice demon, but
So nice.
do we know that they're an ice demon?
Oh, I kind of wish they were identifying as male now, because I could call the episode "No More Mr. Nice Demon."
I think considering the environment and the context, I think even Sir Luke has figured out it's a nice demon.
19.
You would have figured that out, yes. You would
Like-
also know their less common name, which is, let me just make sure of it. I think it's called a Gelyagon.
Bless you.
Yes, Gelyagon.
Right. Can I peer around the wall and which end of the wall am I closest to?
The wall is 30 feet long, so actually it goes across the entirety of the chamber. Hence why it didn't.
Right. I can't seem to get around the wall, but I kind of know where they would roughly be.
Unless they've moved.
So
So
we
we're
not see a shape or anything?
No,
Yeah.
the wall is specified as opaque.
opaque.
You cannot see through it.
I better come up with another plan then.
This
So
changes things.
So with that in mind, I'm going to the ever-smoking bottle
Yes.
that I pinched from Faralynn,
hmm
that I'm assuming is now on the floor.
Yes, it rolled your side of the wall.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Can I grab it?
hmm
I grab it, unstopper it, and throw it the other side of the wall.
Okay, I would say make a dexterity check then to see how well that throw goes.
Oh no. 12.
Okay. You throw it, it hits the top of the wall and then tinkles down. Flint, a bottle lands next to you and smoke starts to emanate out of the bottle. Very familiar smoke. Smoke that you've struggled to shoot through before.
I just shake my head and go, oh, fucking course.
Okay, so that's your action, Elsie. What else are you doing? Moving anywhere?
You're welcome! And I leave it at that.
Okay.
Wait, what did she do? So Luke turns around and goes, oh,
And just sees that Flint and the ice wall are rapidly disappearing in smoke. Okay, end of Elsie's turn. Erallur, it is now your turn.
I had such a clever plan. Oh well. Okay, so the wall goes all the way to the edge
Yep.
on both sides.
Yep.
So we can't just walk around it. Okay. Who's next to me? There's three of us up there I can vaguely see.
There's Elsie just there and Juniper just there.
Am I at the top?
You're here, yeah. You're just
Yeah.
off camera.
Okay. I'll do the boring thing and just cast Firebolt at the wall.
Okay. Roll to attack then.
Okay. Do I get advantage because it's flanked?
No.
But it's right in front of you, so I don't think you can miss it.
It's kind of like trying to hit a barn door, yeah.
Yeah. 15.
That will hit, yes.
17, 18. 16,
That will-
17.
That will still hit. All of those numbers will hit. Its AC is 5.
Okay. I hadn't prepared this, so I need to now look up what the damage is.
What level will it be at,
I'm just-
Kathryn?
It's just a cantrip, isn't it?
Yes, but
Yes.
the damage goes up on your level.
So
Oh, well,
you
I'm
would get
13.
3 d10s.
Oh,
3d10?
good, actually.
Jeez.
Oh wait, or is that 4?
I think it's
Did
just
you
what-
get 1.
Oh,
No, 'cause
on
you get
mine it
one,
doesn't say it goes up.
And then,
does it go
yeah,
up?
the spell's damage increases by 1d10 when you
Oh,
reach
sweet.
5th level, 11th level, and 17th level.
Oh, I didn't have that written down. That's good. So 3d10.
Yeah.
3d10s. So I don't know if that increases it by 3d10s or it would be then 3d10s.
No, it would be 3d10.
That's a cantrip that I have, which I could have melted the
Can I
wall as
have
well.
another 10, please?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I finally learned that the damage goes up with
Thank
your
you.
levels as opposed, and it is a cantrip as opposed to a leveled spell.
Hmm.
Okay, 2 of those were 1s.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah. So 1, 2, 9 altogether.
Okay.
Fire damage, obviously.
Okay, so you aim at the wall, and the familiar streak of orange flame zips towards it, hits at a point, and melts a considerable portion of it, more than you would usually expect from a firebolt. Seems like hitting this thing with fire, good idea. Doesn't completely destroy that section, but does it quite a lot of damage. Okay, so that's your action. Are you doing anything else?
Can I kick it?
That would count as an attack.
Yeah.
This bit of the wall is smaller, though, because it's melted, so you could try and climb over it.
Can I try and get up onto the top? I'm kind of protected at the moment, though. Can I reach the top with my hands?
It's 10 feet high, so are you trying to reach the bit of melted
The lowest bit,
The
basically.
lowest bit, yes. You could do, that would count as movement and it would be hindered movement. So
Can I basically lift myself up so that I'm ready on my next go to look over the top to get an eye line on?
Okay, I'll say make an athletics check to see how well that goes.
Oh dear. Right. Ugh. I'll take that. 14.
Okay, yeah, you managed to just quick yourself up onto the slightly melted bit that you'd done. Could you make a constitution saving throw for me, please?
Yes.
The wall freezes.
It's exactly the same as I rolled last time. 16.
Okay, you fail. 15. So you take 15 points of cold damage because you have walked into the frigid air of the ice wall that you melted. You are
I'm resistant to cold.
damage? Yes, so you take 7 points of cold damage.
Oh, that's all right.
As you suddenly get very, very cold.
Okay.
Okay,
So I'm taking 7.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, can't do anything else.
Great. Truffle's turn.
So, can Truffle... Where is Truffle?
Truffle is not on the map because I am silly. So what can I use as Truffle? What's tiny? I'm just going to use this bottle cap as Truffle, despite the fact it's huge.
Like bigger than all of us.
Well, I don't have anything smaller. Leave me alone.
So Truffle is going to get so they can see the devil. And can I angle it so that they're within 15 feet of me and I can do a 15-foot cone without getting anyone else in it?
Yes. What's Truffle's movement?
It is 60 feet.
Then definitely, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you're fine. That will be there. 1, 2, 3. It's 15 feet. We'll cut off just before it hits Brenna. So you will be attacking from behind. You can definitely do that.
Lovely. So if they can make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
What's the DC?
It's an 11.
That is a 15.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, it still takes half damage. 18, so 9 points of damage, all in total.
So the cone releases out of Truffle. Flint, just as the smoke is starting to envelope you completely, you see Truffle let out the plume. The poison stains the ice green. The devil is unaffected.
Gosh damn.
It
Okay.
is immune to poison damage.
Okay, that's useful to know.
Okay, back to the top of the round. It's Juniper's turn.
Okay, you said that, and I was like, oh, I can sit back. Oh, wait, no.
What cruel fate have I given myself?
Right, as a bonus action, I think all of those items are going to attack again.
Yep, because this spell is broken.
So that's, 27, 27, 20 not natural, and 24. And the fifth one doesn't hit, so that's 4 that hit. And then 15 doesn't hit. 16?
Nope.
Nope. 20, not natural.
Yep.
17?
Nope, just misses.
Okay, so that's 5 attacks in that case. So that's 8, 9, 11, 12, 27, 37 points of piercing damage. And
Halved to 18.
yep, and then for her action, because that was her bonus, she's going to cast, these are concentration, maybe Vicious Mockery. Let me just check that. Not Viscous Mockery, Vicious Mockery. There we go.
That's very different.
So can it succeed on a wisdom saving throw? And she's going to cast this. Oh, it just changes depending on level. Okay, yeah. So can it make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
What's the DC again?
It's a 17.
17. That's a fail, but it has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. That's still a fail. So
Okay.
yes. 2 7s.
So she's going to look and say, "Leave my friends alone, you big nasty bug." And it takes 7, so 10 points of psychic damage, and it has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
So you see this wave of purple energy leave Juniper's tongue as she lets out these horrible words by her standards, and then you see the purple waves linger over the Ice Devil's head and it shakes it from side to side. So that's the end of Juniper's turn. Now the help arrives as you see another creature appear from the side. This one is rather different to the first. It appears to be a long-fingered, long-toed, bony individual with a long spiked tail, gossamer wings, and you can't really see the elongated face on its long skull because it is covered by a plate of armor, and you can also see more plates of armor across its back, shoulders, and forearms. And it's actually leaning on one of those forearms, but in the other hand is another spear. It is going to...
So its go is after Flint. No, after Juniper.
After
sorry.
Juniper, yes.
Yeah.
It is.
What can I write on my list?
Well, roll an Arcana check.
Well, surely we can't see it.
No,
I mean, it was
you can't
a
see
natural
it.
one, so I
Yeah.
can't.
Well, you definitely can't.
Can I see it?
Flint, roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
I'm going to put bony thing.
That's an 18.
You would know this to be a bone devil.
Okay, I'll put bone down.
Okay, cool.
Hmm,
BD. Big BD.
What's with all the devils?
So it's going to
It's not like we're in
fly
hell.
over to Saluk.
Would you like to fight the Bone Devil?
Oh, the
And
bone devil.
it's going to
Bone.
use...
Split the name up
Bone.
slightly differently, then it becomes
Bone.
boned.
Juniper's going to go
evil.
crazy.
Okay, that is a 27 to hit you with its first claw strike, Saluk.
Fuck you.
And then with the second claw strike, that is an 18.
My armor class is 18.
So it just hits. And then with the sting, that is a 25. So all of them hit.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course you may.
I can do a dodge as a bonus action, but on my turn. Now, on my turn seems a bit redundant.
Well, so what happens with that is, because I assume you're meaning patient defense?
The key dodge, yeah.
Yes. So what that means is that as a bonus action, rather than doing flurry of blows or anything else, you would state, I spend a key point to do patient defense.
Oh, and is it like for the next...
Exactly. So
Right,
for
okay.
basically from when your turn ends to when it begins again, you have taken the dodge action. So every attack that goes against you has to go with disadvantage during
Oh.
that turn.
Thank you.
It doesn't matter if one of those attacks does hit, you don't lose the defense. It's just that you're more ready for it, if that makes sense. Okay, so the first does... I keep missing the box. That
They
will
don't
be
count as disadvantage.
11 points of slashing damage for the first hit. 9 points of slashing damage for the second. And then from the sting, 19 points of piercing damage as these two claws swing at you. Well, actually, one of them's a spear. So it's more damage. So, on the first one, because he's got a spear and I forgot, but he can only make 2 attacks. Well, it doesn't attack with the spear first because otherwise I'd have to retcon a lot of stuff. So it's just attacking you with 2 claws because it only makes 1 attack with its spear, not 2 attacks with the claws if it's got the spear, but I'll just say, and it's more damage, so I'm being kind. So keep the damage that you've already taken, and you're immune to poison damage, aren't you?
I am.
Okay, so you don't take the 5d6 poison damage, nor do you have to take a Constitution saving throw because you're immune. So you take all of that damage, but not the poison. But
So I did an 11 and a 9, is that right?
You've got it, yes. Oh, well, you also took the 19 points for the tail.
Oh, I thought that was
Piercing
the one
you.
you were confused about.
No, the tail pierces you, so you take 19 piercing for that.
Cool. Yep.
So the tail whips in and jabs you just in your chest, and you feel this whoosh of poison, but because of your monk abilities, it has no effect upon you. So that's its turn. It's now the Ice Devil's turn. So because Brenner is close by, they're going to attack Brenner.
What's happening with the smoke at the moment?
It's starting to emanate outwards. So, Saluk, it's just on the very edge of you. The thing is that it's every turn it gets bigger. So when we get to Elsie's turn, it will start to grow more again.
Okay. I'm just trying to anticipate how much I'll be able to see.
Yeah, it's tricky. Okay, so it's going
Way to go, Elsie.
use its spear, and it gets advantage because Brenna used reckless. That hits. So with the spear, it's 2d8, which is 10 piercing plus 10 cold. Because Brenna is raging, the piercing is halved. The cold is not. And Brenna must make a constitution saving throw. I think they succeed because their constitution is quite high. Yes, they do, so that's fine. Yeah, okay. And then it's going to use its tail, which also gets advantage on it, hits anyway, which is in case that was better, but not a natural 20. And then on the tail, it is 2d6. 8 plus 3d6. So another 10 cold damage and 4 bludgeoning because that is halved. Okay, so it's then Vigo's turn. Vigo is going to see that hit Brenna pretty hard, so is going to rush up. How far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't quite get in range, so actually maybe isn't going to do that because can't strike with the daggers. Is going to try and strike with those because it's short. Yeah, because it's flanked, gets sneak attack. That will hit. So, excuse me whilst I have my own little party here. How much is sneak attack? 66. Blimey, okay. Oh. 9, 10, 13, and 6, so 19 points. Brenna's turn now. Because why did I roll all 4 of them together? Okay. Just going to do reckless again because, yeah, that will hit. And then 10. That will still hit. So Brenna just swings the axe again and again. You can see bits of the armour flying off, but it's only tiny chunks. There's a little bit of slightly whitish blue liquid leaking from a few wounds now, particularly the javelin wound that Saluk impaled it upon. That's the end of Brenna's turn. Flint, it is now your turn. Your vision is pretty obscured.
Okay, so can I move towards the outside of the smoking bottles?
In which direction would you like to move?
I mean, I can't see any devils in front of me, so I'm just going to...
Well, let me just check on the other smoking bottle how quickly it does stuff. Bear with me.
I think it spreads 10 feet each round. I could be wrong on that, but...
That sounds right, but I will just make absolutely sure. Yes. Oh, no, each minute the bottle remains open and within the cloud, the radius increases. So when you use an action to remove the stopper, a cloud of smoke pours out in a 60-foot radius. So it was also kind of around Elsie as well as she threw it. But because you've thrown it. So yes, you are enveloped in smoke and it's 60 feet, so it's pretty big.
Okay. Where would I need to go to not be in that?
Probably this direction.
Yep, okay, I'll go in that direction.
Okay, how far can you move? Is it 30 feet?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, I'm assuming that you probably want to stay out of the range of the tail.
If I could.
But you can't.
But I don't know it's there.
Yeah, you can't see it.
Shall we roll a dice and 50-50 it?
Well, but the thing is that the bone devil has devil sight, so it can see in the dark.
Yeah.
So I don't think... Roll a perception check.
Okay.
Is it dark or is it small particles obstructing vision?
Natural 20.
We will say that you can see the whip of the tail as it moves through the smoke to strike Saluk. You know that something dangerous is there. I
will stay the fuck out of dodge then.
Okay,
and,
so if you go
away.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you'd be out of the smoke there near the pillar?
Yep, I'm going to shoot the bone devil then, I guess.
The bone devil, okay.
Yeah. Kind of wish that natural 20 was now. I really wish that natural 20 was now. That would be a 15 to hit.
That will miss, unfortunately. So there is just a woof. And Saluk, yet again, you have to dodge past as a bullet moves through the smoke and strikes the wall, and there's a as the thunder damage racks the ice there.
Are you trying to hit me?
No, sorry, and then reload.
Okay, so that is Flint's turn. Saluk, it is now your turn as you are engaged with the Bone Devil.
I very quickly circle around the Bone Devil to
Okay.
the Ice Demon between.
Oh, between them. Okay, there.
So yeah, I was hoping, can I circle around it so I'm between them and within range of both?
Yes, you could do that. Yeah, and you'd still be in
I
melee,
do-
so that's fine.
I do that, and then I pull the Javelin of Lightning free
Okay.
from the creature,
There's a horrible milky liquid that's out after it.
and I turn around and I yell, "Be careful of this one! He has poison!" And then jam the Lightning Spear at the Bone Devil.
Okay. The lightning javelin is not a melee weapon.
Can I not? Okay.
I think, well, you can stab with it, but you can't activate the lightning ability.
Oh no, I wasn't trying to.
Okay,
No,
that's fine. So yes, you
that's,
would. You can
what-
stab with it.
anyway.
Because
That's only a
I think I allowed you to do that with Keybridder, and I shouldn't have done. I looked it up later because you stabbed him and used the lightning ability from close range.
I did.
Yeah, which shouldn't have been able to happen, but that's my bad rather than yours.
26.
That will hit.
10 piercing damage.
10 piercing is also resistant, so it's 5. So you jab the spear just in a little bit of cartilage on its tail, and it whips slightly, but doesn't seem to notice that much.
Cool. What have I got left? I've got some movement left. With the rest of my movement, I'm going to dodge backwards, not official terminology dodge, but just dodge backwards, towards the wall, into the smoke, trying to keep my bearings by facing the bone.
Okay, I've just looked up javelin. It does say that it's only a thrown weapon, but it's still got a point. So I feel like you should be able to jab with it. Does everybody else agree?
Well,
Yeah,
I
it's
would
like
say
a
that's
polo.
the same. I would say that's almost like, even if someone was at close range, you could stab someone with an arrow, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's a spear, basically, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and because you're a monk, I'll say that you could do the amount of damage that you normally would. That's fine. I'm happy with that.
To be honest, it's much of a muchness because all of my weapons, they're the same hit roll and it's pretty much the same damage roll as well. So take your pick.
That's fine. So are you using your mobile to...
Yes,
step
so
out?
I've taken a weapon strike so I don't get attacks of opportunity on me. So yeah, I'm dodging back towards the ice wall.
Back towards the ice wall, into the smoke. Got
Trying
it.
to keep my bearings. Do I have enough action left to do one final thing?
You've done your action, which was your
I would-
attack.
Withdrawing the weapon would have been a bonus, wouldn't it?
Ooh, it's debatable. Yeah, I suppose because you threw it, it probably would be a bonus. Yeah, so you've done your action and your bonus action and a bit of movement. So I don't think you've got a lot left, to be honest.
Okay, that's fine. I was going to... No. Oh, no, I've used my bonus action as well. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Elsie, it is now your turn.
I can't really do a lot. Can I try and help shove Erallur over the wall?
You can certainly try. Yeah. Okay, so you go up to Erallur. Do you try and give her a leg up or a shove or what?
I kind of just look at her and go, this might get a bit handsy. And then...
Well, now I don't want to any help. Was perfectly willing before.
And then I scoot down, which I know is probably not really that helpful because I'm already shorter.
Yeah.
I scoot down, make the handhold, and then realise that that's not helpful. So I then stand back up properly, do the foothold,
Yeah.
so that she can try and do a leg up.
Okay, I will say if she chooses to try and climb over on her turn, then she'll have advantage on the athletics check.
Cool.
Because you trying to shove her over at your height over a 10-foot wall when she might not want to be shoved over, it's a bit... Action
Shoved over.
Action economy is a bit weird in this situation.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so are you happy that that's all you're doing?
Well, I can't really do anything else.
Okay. Well, I mean, you could firebolt your own portion of the wall if you wanted to, because you saw Erallur do it and it worked, so...
Well, could I use the firebolt and then as my bonus action do the cup?
No, and that help is an action.
Oh. I look at Erallur and I go, what do we think will be more useful?
I mean, a hole in the ice would be useful.
Okay, a hole in the wall we go.
But aim for the bit I already aimed at. Obviously.
So yeah, so I do firebolt.
Okay, roll for attack. Where are you aiming? At the bit that Erallur
At the bit that she fired at.
Okay.
23?
That will absolutely hit, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a wall.
Yeah.
So I could have just gone with the basic.
Yeah, anything other than a natural 1 would have hit, pretty much, because your
Okay.
bonuses are enough.
9.
Okay. That's
And
fine.
I scoffed at your 9.
Well, so you hit that portion of the wall with another streak of orange flame, and it melts away. It's vulnerable to fire, so it had 30 hit points.
Am I
You
still
both did-
hanging on the top?
You were, yeah, which is why I was slightly confused as to why you aimed at the bit that you'd just climbed. So Erallur falls,
That's
because
not
that part of the wall is damaged.
Do I try and catch her?
Well, if I was able to jump up and reach it, then surely the fall would be literally like...
It's 4 points of bludgeoning damage. It's a 10
But if I could reach up and...
It's a 10th... Well, it's 2 points of bludgeoning damage then, because it did melt. So it's halved. It would be 1d6 points of bludgeoning damage. A 10-foot fall is quite a lot. A 5-foot fall is quite a lot. So you do take 2 points.
But I'm not 10 feet in the air. My feet, I'm hanging onto it with my hands. And then there's 6 foot of me.
You're still falling
And then 4 foot.
You're still falling and you weren't expecting it. So you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Also, there is frigid air there. So... Well, Erallur already took it and Elsie's not in it. So yeah, that doesn't happen. Okay, so Elsie, that's your turn?
Sure.
Okay. Erallur, it's now your turn.
Okay. Can I see anyone?
No, everything is obscured by smoke.
Sorry.
Chuck everlasting smoking bottle in there. Smash everyone
If
else.
it's darkness, then it would be cured by light, right?
It might. You don't know.
Okay. Or it could be cured by a fireball, but I'm not going to do that.
Everything could be killed by fireball.
Yeah, it's the only thing I can do. Is there something I can touch to cast light on?
There's a few of the objects that were strewn about before. You could do that.
Something small that I could just roll into the middle of the room.
Yeah, just a coin. That'd be fine.
Yeah, I'll do that and then I'll step back behind the wall again.
Okay, so you cast light and you roll the coin in. The smoke is illuminated, but it doesn't really dissipate it, or it's almost like a flare in a storm. The cloud is just around it.
Yeah, so it's not darkness as much as it's like
thick
stuff
smoke.
in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Particulates.
So presumably dark vision doesn't work on it then?
No, sadly not.
Okay.
Okay, and then you stepped back.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you make another Constitution saving throw for me, please?
Can I not stand a bit further away than
You
like,
can, yes,
not
but
in the wall, but
you
just sort of...
have moved through the cold, so it happens again.
Oh, even in the gap that we made.
Yeah. The frigid air remains there for a while.
Okay. What am I doing? Sorry.
Constitution saving throw, please.
24.
Okay, you succeed. You would take 20 points, but it's halved, so it's 10, but it's halved again because you're resistant, so you take 5 points of cold damage. Okay, that's Erallur's turn. It's now Truffle's turn.
Okay, so Truffle doesn't get back his breath weapon, but that's okay because it has no effect. So he's just going to go in there and bloody peck him. He's going to peck the Ice Devil.
Going to go to a borough of London.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah,
So
if you can fly in.
Would get advantage because Brenner is flanking.
That's good because I rolled a natural 1. That's much better. So that would be 22 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
So that will be
So hang on, who are you hitting?
the Ice Devil.
So how can they see the Ice Devil if there's smoke and stuff?
Because the smoke hasn't spread quite that far yet.
But I couldn't see it from where I was.
No, the smoke is here
Okay.
and Truffle's over here. So the smoke is about here now.
Yeah.
So that's
Does that make
8
sense?
points of...
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
So that's 8 points of piercing damage and no need to roll for poison damage.
Okay, so halved to 4. So Truffle pecks just in one of the joints of the armour, and there's a brief shiver from the devil as it hits. So is that the end of Truffle's turn?
Yep.
Yep, okay, so we're back to the top. So it is now Juniper's turn.
So I guess bonus action. I'll make...
Quick thing.
Yes.
Juniper's on the other side of the wall. So
Oh, yeah.
If you are attacking with these, it would be at disadvantage. And we should have done that last time because she can't see where it is.
Okay.
This time, because I should have...
Well,
again.
they're technically creatures, so all
they
she's...
are, so they can see, yes.
So yeah, all she's doing is commanding them.
Yes.
So that will be 27,
Yes.
21,
Yes.
18.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 3. Oh, and 26.
Yes.
That's 4. And then 18,
Yes.
27,
Yes.
19,
Yes.
and a natural 20.
Ooh, double
So that's
damage.
8.
So 7 normal, 1
Yeah.
doubled.
Okay, let me... Okay.
This spell is broken, I swear.
So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 31 plus 39, and then 45, 53 points of piercing damage for Juniper.
Halved to 26.
Half to 26. Okay, and she's going to, as it's a cantrip, she'll do Vicious Mockery again. So if...
She can't see?
Oh, yeah. Well, she's just shouting out.
What does the spell specify? Does it say a creature you can see within range? Because she cannot see it.
Let me have a look. Oh, yeah, one you can see. Don't know if there's anything she can really see. So she's just going to move to the side a little bit. So to
Which
the
way?
left.
That way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Round this display cabinet?
Yep.
Out there? Well, she's off camera, but
Yeah.
out here? Yeah? Okay.
Yep. No, that's great.
Cool. Okay, that's the end of Juniper's turn. It's now the Bone Devil's turn. But they can't... Well, hang on. Magical darkness can't impede the devil's... Okay. The Bone Devil has Devil's Sight, which means that magical darkness can't impede its vision. But we've said that the smoke isn't magical darkness, it's smoke. So I'm ruling that it can't see things.
Mm-hmm.
Does that
Makes
seem
sense.
fair?
Yeah, I mean, it's like literal stuff in the air. It's like physical stuff in the air. So
yeah, and
I
feel like it would be mean having said that light doesn't do anything really for then the Bone Devil to be able to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think darkness is not a barrier, is it? It's just darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is it's going to make a perception check at disadvantage to see if it knows where anybody is. Nope, it doesn't. So it's just going to move this way out of the smoke and to the edge of the room to see if it can get a better view, which it can't really. And that's basically its turn because it doesn't know where anybody is. So that's useful for you. Now it's the Ice Devil's turn. They're going to move towards Flint because they really don't like how much damage that cannon is doing when it hits. And it doesn't like Truffle. So Truffle gets an attack of opportunity, as does Brown.
Okay.
And it would be an advantage again.
Probably not, but let's have a look. 12.
No, that doesn't hit either. So neither of you hit. The smoke is just getting a little bit too close in the eyes. So it moves over to Flint and going to hit you with its spear. That is a 26 to hit.
That hits.
I thought it might. And 16 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And 9 points of cold damage.
Okay,
Can you make a Constitution saving throw for me, please? 15.
I did not beat that.
Okay. You are slowed down by 10 feet for a minute.
Okay. So 20 feet.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so that's its first attack with the spear. It's now going to make an attack with its tail. That's an 18 plus lots. Yeah, 28 to hit. So, 10 points of bludgeoning damage. And 12 points of cold damage as the spear jabs and slices into your thigh, Flint, and then the tail whips around, cracks you across the chin, and frost lances into your beard, and you can actually feel some melting in the wound upon your leg.
Okay.
So that's its turn. It's now Vigo's turn. Vigo can get to the Ice Devil. So it's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to get to the side that isn't yet obscured by smoke. And because Flint is with it, gets advantage and therefore sneak attack. That's not going to hit. That is going to hit. So 15, 25, 26. Wow, 26 points of piercing damage halved is 13. So you see as Vigo skitters around through the smoke, Flint, past you, and then jams a dagger just next to the wound that Saluk did around the back, and then just draws it down the thorax. This thing is looking very hurt now. Then it's Brenna's turn. Let's see if Brenna can see. They can, as it turns out. So they are going to move over to the Bone Devil and try and strike it. Yeah, that will hit. I'll just see if it gets natural 20. No. So, oh, wow. Okay. 8 plus 5 is 13, halved, and then second attack definitely hits. 11. Halved is 5. So Brenna lashes into the armour, and you can see dents appearing, and there's no blood coming from this thing, but it looks slightly injured. That's Brenna's turn. Flint, it is now your turn, as you are just so cold that you can't quite move as far as you normally would.
Okay, so I'm going to shoot, because that's what I do. What do I have a clear line of sight on?
You are in the face of the Ice Devil.
Okay, I'll shoot it in the face.
Okay, to attack.
Probably don't do it. That's 14.
No, unfortunately not. And you, because it's a ranged gun, and because it's a gun, obviously you can shoot from close range, but it doesn't mean that you get advantage if somebody's flanking it. It's one of those slightly weird rules, because it's right in your face, so it doesn't, its focus is very much on you. So unfortunately, no, you don't hit.
In that case, I'll use my bonus action to reload.
Okay. So Luke, it is now your turn.
So, with the smoke around me, what can I see?
You can see whatever you see with a perception check at disadvantage, my friend.
Oh, the excitement. Oh, I rolled the same thing twice. 16.
Oh, well, you can see the shimmers of the smoke. Because of Erallur's light coil, you can actually see the devils move out to the sides. You can see their shadows loom out. You think the Bone Devil has gone to your right and the Ice Devil to your left.
Okay. As well as the enemies, can I see anything of the environment?
It's pretty clear from what you remember. There doesn't seem to be anything in the way or other than the ice wall behind you.
What's in the case to my right?
That you wouldn't be able to see. You'd have to get close, and smoke's obscuring the glass. So
Okay. So Luke takes a curious glance to the right, and then looks ahead and can see the vague shape of the ice demon. I'm going to launch myself at the ice demon. Can I try and land on its back?
Are you trying to grapple it?
Would that count as a grapple?
It would count as a grapple, yes.
I try and land on its back and grapple it.
Okay, make an athletics check then. Well, is it just straight strength for grappling, I think? Ed, can you remember?
I always prefer athletics because there's more chance to have proficiency.
Is it contested strength?
I think it's contested strength.
Okay, so it's just strength.
I think.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, this is bad.
You never use athletics for anything.
Use it for jumping from stuff.
That never happens.
Obviously, because I fly everywhere, I don't get much chance for acrobatics, and I've got a +10 for that.
Yeah.
So why don't you grapple him acrobatically?
Well, yeah.
And wrap your legs around
14.
him.
Oh, I rolled a 10 plus 5.
Oh, you bitch.
What does that mean?
It means that the grapple does not take. It was 15 versus 14.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was the same number.
So where have I ended up?
Oh,
You're just on its back.
an athletics check contested by the target's athletics check.
Okay, what was your athletics? Thank you, Ed.
I mean, it's the same roll, 14 for me.
Oh, okay. Then it doesn't matter because it's the same for the Ice Devil as well.
Damn it.
Ed's tried to save you.
Or dexterity acrobatics check.
Oh,
I do it
okay.
effectively.
Oh, except the target chooses the ability to use.
Then it chooses athletics.
Sorry, it's a whole roller coaster.
You can choose to acrobatically escape, but you can't choose to acrobatically.
How could choose?
Yeah, so the grapple doesn't take it. That's your action, unfortunately.
Okay,
You doing
can I take a
anything
bonus
else?
action?
You can.
Dodging.
Patient defense.
I steel myself to some patient defending.
Got it. Okay. So you spend the key point for that.
Defend those patients.
I will. All of the patients.
So, Elsie, it is now your turn.
I go through the hole in the wall.
Okay, can you make a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
Bring on the wall.
6.
That's a failure. You take 17 points of cold damage.
Ouch.
Mm-hmm. But you do move through the wall. So where are you going? You come in and see the fruit of your work in the obscuring smoke in front of you.
Would I have a general idea of where the bottle may have landed?
Nope. You could search for it.
I'd like to search for the bottle.
Okay, make an investigation check at disadvantage.
Oh, no. 7.
Is investigation not one of your reliable talents?
No.
Okay. So you search around for a bit, and then you just hear this tick, 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 as your foot kicks the bottle further into the smoke.
I tried, guys. I'm just going to sit here.
You think you might know vaguely where it is for next time, but you definitely did move it.
Oh, I literally just plonk myself down and go,
Deliberately sitting. Okay, I like it.
yeah, I slumped, sat down, defeated.
An unhappy pirate.
Yes.
Okay, the unhappy pirate sounds like a wonderful bar. Erallur, it is now your turn.
Can I ascertain where the bad guys might be?
Roll a perception check at disadvantage.
2 2s. So, but I get, plus.
The ballet dancers roll.
I'm trying to listen to see what's happening.
Okay,
So,
yep, and thus using your
So
higher
it's 2
bonus. I
plus
see.
6. So
An
it's
8.
8.
You hear the tink, 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 and I tried, guys, of Elsie.
Okay.
Don't hear much else.
Can I just run around until I can see someone?
Do you run through the hole?
I'm going to have to, yeah, I'm going to have to.
So roll another Constitution saving throw for me.
Or actually, I'll tell you what. No, I'm not going to do that.
Oh, okay.
Instead of that, I'm going to... I mean, I will do that in a minute, but
Okay.
without running through the hole, hopefully. I'm going to cast Mirror Image on myself.
Okay.
And because it's a level 2, I'm going to use Stepping Stone
Genius.
to move me through the gap, which I made for no reason,
Yeah.
because, okay, I can only move 15 feet, so I'll just move 15 feet.
Okay, that will bring you through the gap without having to make the saving throw. That's fine. So,
Yeah.
Erallur, you skitter through. You end up fairly next to Elsie as you're sitting down, Elsie. This strange, shimmering, reflective image of Erallur just appears in front of you in the smoke.
Nah.
Is
I
that
don't even remember how many of me there are now.
I think there's
Um,
4.
I've got my whole movement,
You do.
so now I'll run around and see if I can find anyone.
Okay, how much movement have you got? 30?
I still have full, so yeah, 30.
Okay, so in which direction do you run?
Well, I'm happy to leave it random because I'm just going to run towards
Okay.
sounds of fighting
Okay.
because I don't have anything to base it off.
I'll tell you what then. I will roll a d8, which will represent
Yeah.
the 8 points on a compass with northeast, northwest, and so
Cool.
on. And
Can we say I'm probably not going to run back where I came from?
Yes,
because I
that
would know
makes,
not to do
that makes sense. If I roll an 8, I will roll it again.
Okay.
I rolled a 6, so that would kind of be sort of back where you came from, back towards the wall, because
I don't. Yeah, I don't
but you
think
don't
I
want
would.
to do that. I'm going to re-roll that.
Okay.
Did we roll a 4?
It's a 4. So...
Is the bottom 4?
Yeah, bottom would be 4. You're right. I'm doing this completely wrong. So it should actually be
West.
Yeah, it should be west, shouldn't it? So that would be you can run towards the wall, which you can hit, and then feel your way along because you've got 15 more feet. So actually, because you've got the full 30 feet and can run along the wall, you end up about 5 feet behind Flint and can just see the Ice Devil looming out of the smoke looking at him.
Okay. That will be helpful.
Yes. So
Okay.
mirror image was your action?
Yeah, and then I've used my movement.
And you've done skip. Is skip a bonus action or is it
No,
60
it's not.
points?
It's free.
Cool. Okay.
It's free.
Because it's a second level spell thing. Got it.
Yeah.
It's only that I invented it. It's fine. So that's Erallur's turn. It's now Truffle's turn.
Okay, so Truffle is going to poke the Ice Devil again.
The Ice Devil. Okay.
Yeah.
That side of it is just visible. Just.
Natural 20!
Well, okay.
Which will do nothing.
Well, roll for it. You never know.
So, 10 points of damage.
Okay.
That's doubled.
Okay, so Truffle zips around and manages to lance just at the base of its neck, and there's another of weird liquid. It's still looking very, very hurt. Truffle's chipped a little bit more off it.
Okay.
Okay, that's that. It is now Juniper's turn.
Okay, so let's shoot all the things again. 27.
Yep. Is this on the Ice Devil again?
Yeah. 19.
Yep.
The other ones don't hit. Natural 20.
Yep.
22.
Yep.
And 17.
No.
No. Okay, so that's,
So that's
4.
4, including a natural 20.
One of which is doubled. Okay.
You're rolling a lot of natural 20s for other people today.
I know, it's really frustrating. 6, 7, 8, 20. So 30 and 36, and then the one that's doubled, 52 points of piercing damage.
So the coins zip round and almost in a V formation just fly at this thing. And Saluk, Vigo, Flint, and Erallur, you all see as the coins just and shoot out in various directions, almost like your bullets, Flint, as the chitinous armor just collapses and this thing falls down dead.
Lovely. Okay. And can she now see the Bone Devil?
No, because the ice wall is still in the way.
Okay. Oh, I thought she moved to the side.
Yeah, the ice wall covers the entire room.
Oh, so it stretches more than just that bit.
Yeah,
oh,
sorry,
right.
that
Okay.
was just as an example.
No, that's okay. In that case, she'll just stay where she is.
Okay.
If it hadn't covered the whole room, I don't think I would have walked through the middle.
I
over
was
and over
wondering,
again.
yeah.
Yeah, why do you think Kathryn and I just didn't come around?
Me and Elsie just like trying really hard to get through it when there's just only 2 feet wide.
I was a bit confused on that count, but I didn't want to question it too
I'm
much.
pretty sure I said that it covered the whole thing, did I not?
You did, but then I was confused by the
By
little bit
the
there.
piece of example. I get it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't have enough to represent it. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Lovely. So she's just going to stay there.
Cool. Okay. And now it's the Bone Devil's turn. Okay. Again, they're not really that bothered by Brenna because they're not doing that much magical damage. But it didn't because of the smoke. It sees you now, Saluk. So it comes over. Brenna gets an attack of opportunity, which will hit. So 10 half is 5. Okay, it's going to attack you with its spear, or hooked polearm, as it actually is.
At disadvantage.
Yes, you are correct. 19 to hit.
Ugh.
I'll take that as a yes. So that is 11 points of piercing damage. No, sorry, 15 points of piercing damage. And you are a huge or smaller creature, are you not?
Yes, I assume.
So you are grappled as this hooked polearm loops over your shoulder and jams into the shoulder blade, hooking you and attaching you to the blade. Okay, so that's that. It's then going to use its tail on you. And because you're grappled, the disadvantage is cancelled, but it rolled a 2. So somehow it misses with the tail. So that's the end of its turn. It's now Vigo's turn. The Ice Devil is dead, and Vigo just gives it a bit of a kick and says, "That's what you get for accusing me of stealing," and then turns round to get the Bone Devil, but let's see if I can actually... Nope. Oh, I rolled a natural 20, but I rolled a 6 because it was a disadvantage, so it doesn't hit. Damn it. Okay, it's then
They didn't
Brenna's.
expect bargaining to be this hard.
Brenna's turn. No, that doesn't hit. Second attack. No. Cool. Okay, and then it will be Flint's turn again. Right, Flint, your turn. The ice devil's blood is oozing onto the ice and freezing quite quickly.
I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna miss. So
What were you shooting at?
the bone devil. Can I see?
You
The
don't have a direct line of sight because Saluk is flapping in the way.
Oh, can I move to the side?
You can, but it's still obscured by smoke, so you would be at disadvantage.
Okay. Can I hold my action?
You did roll.
2? I did roll. I just shoot wildly into the smoke. And
What did you roll?
2.
Okay.
So
You don't hit Saluk, so that's fine.
Okay.
Ow!
Wrong angle, Elsie. You're okay.
And I'll use my bonus action
okay.
to reload.
Okay. Saluk, it is now your turn.
I try and break free, I suppose.
Okay, roll athletics check then. Well, actually, if you're trying to break free of a grapple, you can choose to do it acrobatically.
I do it fucking batically. 24.
Yes, you escape immediately, but that is your entire turn.
With poise and grace.
She's
What
Miss United
What
States.
does the healing potion use? I know I always forget.
That is a bonus action.
Can I bonus action healing potion?
You can, absolutely.
Let me just... Now, if I disappear, it's because I'm rolling 10 digital dice and it crashes my computer.
Oh, because you're using a superior healing potion,
But
right?
I only have one, and nobody wants to sit through me rolling it 10 times. Total, or do I have to add?
Does the computer actually make a dice noise? Did that just happen?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
like on top of your D&D Beyond page, it actually rolls the 3D dice.
Okay, I am super into that. That is proper.
I mean, it's brilliant, and yet another feature of D&D Beyond. I heal for 45.
Nice. Okay, so that's Saluk's turn. Elsie, it is now your turn.
Obviously, I imagine I've heard everything that's been going on.
Yeah, you've heard the grunts and shrieks and booms of battle.
Well, I've seen Erallur run off in the direction that she did.
You saw her mirror image go that way.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
I'm just going to try and find the bottle.
Okay, roll an investigation check at disadvantage then.
13.
Okay, this time you scrabble around and your fingers just brush against it. You do find the bottle.
Cool. I'd stopper it.
Okay, so closing the bottle requires you to speak its command words, so you would know that because you've had it studied, so you've done it for a while. Because I think you examined it overnight. We'll just say that you have.
Yes,
It's easier.
I examined it
Imagine if
overnight.
she didn't.
One night.
Once the bottle is closed, the cloud
Oh my
disperses after 10 minutes.
If you did stopper it with your own mouth, would you fill with smoke infinitely and then explode?
It'll probably come out of your nose.
No, I think
Oh, yeah.
you would probably die of smoke
All
inhalation.
of the other holes. Yeah.
It's like a fire.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
do it.
So yeah, so you stop at the bottle, Elsie. Nothing seems to happen.
Would it fill the bag of holding?
Well, debate.
Yeah, but it would just keep going forever, wouldn't it? It's like the universe expanding.
Is the bag of holding infinite?
No, because it does have a weight limit, but it
Oh,
doesn't
does
have a
it?
space limit. I don't know.
But
That's deep
the ever-
philosophical question.
The everlasting smoking bottle, I think, has a distance limit, though. I think it's 120 feet or
You
something.
I guess
correct.
otherwise someone would
Yes.
just not stop at theirs and then the whole universe
Yeah,
would fill.
you are correct, Ed. It is 120 feet. Okay, so
Every time you open the bag.
so Elsie, is that the end of your turn? You doing a bonus action or anything?
I'm going to do a bonus action and dash
Okay, where are you dashing to?
in the direction of noise.
Okay, you dash straight forwards and almost bump into Saluk as he looms out of the shadows in front of you.
Ah, bird boy!
You can see that he has a rather heavy wound to his shoulder, but then chugs a potion, and that seals to a degree.
Oh, that's better.
What did I miss?
Well, thanks to you, we all missed quite a lot. This smoke is not helpful.
Oops.
Okay, is that the end of your turn, Elsie?
Yes.
It is now Erallur's turn.
Okay, what can I see?
You can see the corpse of an ice devil and just the flaps of Saluk's wings as he is trying to disperse the smoke
Okay.
with limited success.
I'm going to head in that direction in the hope that I find something to attack.
Okay. I will say roll a perception check at disadvantage then.
Okay. 12.
Okay. I will say, from where you are, and because of where Saluk was, you will be able to see the Bone Devil, but if you attack it, it will still be at disadvantage.
Okay. But if I did something that required it to do a saving throw, that wouldn't be a disadvantage.
No. In fact, if it's a placement, then it would likely be disadvantage for the Bone Devil to make the saving throw.
That's interesting. I wasn't planning to do that. But there's people surrounding it, right?
Yes, yeah.
If it's dexterity saving throw, go over.
No, I think I'm going to do the thing I was going to do. Does it look particularly worn down?
Nope.
Okay, then I'll definitely do the thing that I was going to do. I'd like to use Eye Bite, and I'd like to give it disadvantage with my heightened spell.
Okay, so what check does it need to make?
It's a wisdom save.
And what is the DC?
The DC, I did check this. This was my original plan in the first round.
Wow, okay.
So I had all this planned. I was
And
like,
then
I knew the DC.
And then my wall of ice messed you up.
No, it was the darkness.
Ah.
The wall of ice was fine. I had to just see them, so I was going to lift myself up.
Waiting for this for 2 hours.
Yes. The DC is 17.
Okay, and it's a disadvantage for wisdom. Yeah. That's an 18 and a 13.
Okay, cool.
So
and I'm going to use... Well, so I have 3 options. I'm obviously going to choose the one... Well, before I choose this, would I know if this thing can be put to sleep? Because I don't want to waste it.
Roll an Arcana check.
16.
You assume devils sleep. You're not really sure.
Okay.
Most living things need to sleep.
Yeah, I'll risk it. Yeah, so I will... Let me just double check the wording. Yeah, so my 3 options are either put it to sleep, make it panicked, or sickened. But really, a sleep is more useful, isn't it?
It's up to you.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go with a sleep.
Okay, so because it failed, it goes right to sleep.
And then I'm going to say to everyone, don't attack it anymore!
So you see as this strange, slightly black and gold energy weaves from Erallur's hands and then just disappears into the smoke, and the Bone Devil seems to breathe it in through that plate over its face, and then there's a sudden, slightly odd shake as it then leans down on its hooked polearm and starts just breathing slowly. Assuming it does.
Let me just
breathe.
check how long this lasts for.
Yeah, it breathes.
Okay. We don't have long. Are we still in initiative?
You are, yes.
Okay. I'm just going to say to everyone, we only have a minute. I suggest we leave and gather all our stuff very quickly.
Okay, but where are we going to? If we just leave and this thing wakes up, we're going to get chased through hell.
No, that's fine. You don't need to worry about that.
Okay.
I think we should just go now.
Hello? And
just don't wake up the bone creature.
Okay.
And I'm going to go and start trying to find my stuff.
Okay, am I keeping the goblet or not?
Yes, and then we'll decide what to do with it later.
Okay, so if you're trying to get your stuff, everybody roll investigation checks with disadvantage.
Are you sure we should be keeping the goblet?
Because we don't. Yeah, we can decide what we do with it later.
Same thing both times.
Me too.
Investigation with disadvantage.
Yes.
Elsie, I'm not your friend.
8.
Erallur, you rolled a 1.
I did, yes.
Elsie?
18.
Okay. Saluk?
5.
Flint, you got an 8.
8.
Could you roll for Juniper and Truffle as well, please?
Can anyone see my stuff?
So 11 for Juniper, and same thing both times for Truffle. That will be 17.
Okay. Elsie and Truffle are the only ones to find anything. Elsie, you find pretty much all of your stuff.
Cool.
You also find a wand.
Oh!
Wait, aren't I holding it?
Well, you didn't specify that you were holding it.
Fair enough.
And you didn't say that it was added to your saving throw either, did you?
I didn't know you could add it to saving throws.
I think I let you know that a little while ago. I'm sorry.
You may well have done.
Yeah. Truffle finds Erallur stuff and a few bits and bobs. Finds a couple of coin purses.
Oh, hang on. Can Truffle... Oh, this didn't work last time with breath blowing the breeze away, did it? or the smoke
No,
away?
it
Rather?
was your cannon that moved it, I seem to remember.
Oh, okay, I'll do that then.
Okay.
I'll just quickly. I won't. I'll just
so
shoot.
there's a cacophonous boom, and some of the smoke moves out of the way, and because no more is being generated, you can see more of the floor now.
Can I get my stuff now?
You see Elsie holding the wand.
Oh, how kind of you to find it. Thank you. And then I'll take it back.
Wait, is this the wand that we found in...
It is. It's
Fine,
the
just
wand
keep
of
it.
focus.
Okay, there isn't enough time for this now, and then I'm just going to pick up my stuff.
Okay, so I will say now that the smoke has cleared, you do find it. Takes you a little longer. How long does Eyebite last?
It lasts for a minute, but I am happy to cast it again if needs be. I'd
Okay.
rather not have to.
The
but-
Bone Devil is stirring.
Okay.
Okay, we gotta go right now. Where are we going? How are we getting there?
Do I have time to smash the glass where the... What did we give up? I gave up my tattoo.
You gave up the Downfire. You gave up the Mithril Ball.
Yeah.
And the pieces of the Wildernest Moth.
Okay. I
think
only
that's
care
it.
about one of those things. Okay. And where is the Downfire? Is it on
is
the
in
way to the door?
This chamber here.
Okay. Where is that in relation to me?
Because you were searching, you were all over here again.
Yeah. And where's the Bone Devil?
It is here still.
Okay. I'm gonna... Nah, we'll just go. Let's just go.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we just running for the door?
Yeah.
Okay, so you run through the gap in the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we don't necessarily have to, though. Let's all join hands.
Okay, what?
Okay.
Unless,
what are you
like,
doing?
well...
With the smoke cleared, has Saluk managed to pick up any more of his stuff?
Yes, you managed to pick up all of it.
Would I know if there was a magical barrier as we came in? There obviously wasn't because I've just been using magic.
You've been using magic, so...
Yeah, so it's fine. Okay, everyone join hands. Let's do this very quickly, please.
Okay, where are we going?
And I'm not going to answer the question. I'm just going to use plane shift.
Okay, so Juniper runs over. Do you all join hands?
Sure.
Okay, as you hear this, no, you won't escape. You plane shift. Where are you plane shifting to?
So, having not conversed with anyone to ask about what to do next, I'm deciding to take us back to Waterdeep. I guess straight to where I think the person lives who sent us here.
Lyril.
Oh,
Sword
Laurel.
hand.
Is that what I want to do? Or, yeah. Oh, I feel like when I think about this later, I'm going to be like, why did I do that?
Well, I'm not sure you know where she lives.
Well, I know that she's one of the lords
She's
of
the Open
Waterdeep.
Lord of Waterdeep, yeah.
Yeah. So, would I know if there's a big, important building somewhere?
There's Castle Waterdeep.
I mean, let's go to Waterdeep. Let's go to our inn.
You just want to go to the tavern.
I don't know how specific. It's not. You have to roll to see how
Well, it's
specific
in,
it is, don't you?
it's in
So,
the area, yeah.
I
yeah.
feel like if you've not asked and you're just doing it by instinct, your instinct would definitely be for the town.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Basically, the big thing in my head is: do I go there, or do I take us back to the other guy, the guy that Vigo and Brenna work for?
Oh no, go
man,
to
shoot.
Waterdeep.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just
but-
really worried that
well,
I'm not remembering
yeah.
like everything, and
If you're not consulting anybody else, Kathryn, make the decision.
yeah, I'm just worried.
Also,
I'm
you
gonna suddenly
don't know where
remember
Manshoon is, so
No, that's true. Okay, to Waterdeep,
To the tavern.
to the tavern.
Okay, can you roll 2 d10s for me? Can you roll a percentile?
Do you want me to roll a percentile
Yes, yeah.
once, twice?
No, roll the percentile dice and then a normal d10.
I see. Sorry. Yes, got it. 1 percentile dice, 80. 1d10, 8.
88.
88.
Oh no.
Okay.
Not my fault.
We're just going deeper into hell.
Join hands. You close your eyes
To be honest, it doesn't really matter where we go as long as it's not here.
and you're expecting the sea air. You're expecting the lull of gull calls and the lovely smell of your homebrewed ale that you'd paid for. Instead, there is a cacophonous and the smell of loamy earth and vegetation, and you get this odd prickle across your skin, Erallur, of powerful magic. You all open your eyes and find yourself beneath a green and purple sky. Mushrooms of various but rather large size growing in rings. Trees that seem to move and disappear into the earth before popping back up again. And odd little ebbs and flows of lights just blinking in and out of existence as the grass that you land on just retreats into the ground. This isn't Waterdeep. Roll an Arcana check, anyone who's interested.
16.
Also 16.
Okay.
Not good. 7.
7.
Could you roll one for Juniper as well, please, Ed?
Yeah, of course I can. With her crazy double proficiencies. 15.
Okay. Juniper, Flint, Saluk. This is the Feywild. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Okay.
I think we
Feywild
would consider staying where we were.
Am I still mirror imaged?
If you were still concentrating on the spell, well, how long does the spell last? Because, no, eye bite's concentration, isn't it? So mirror image will come away.
Oh, I wasn't sure if I don't think mirror image is constant.
Is it not?
Let me check.
It is.
I thought it
Let me check.
was.
May well be. Most things are, aren't they? Oh, here we go. It's an otter. No.
Oh, okay. So, yes, you are still mirror imaged. But they joined hands with no one because they were around you.
Oh, no, they joined in the circle.
Maybe can you say they're still in the shop and they're just like arms out, dead-eyed, and then disappear?
Oh.
So, thank you very much for playing. I hope that it was at least a bit enjoyable and tense. I think some of you got quite injured during that.
Yes.
Only from walking through that wall over and over again.
Yeah, and then
Other than that, I didn't do anything.
I heard the utter regret in your voice when you saw the skipping thing, where you're just like, why didn't I do this before?
Well, I thought about it before, but yeah.
Yeah, it's when you want to do it at certain times.
I made a
isn't it?
choice.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much for playing. Thank you very much for listening. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Everybody wants to say bye, say bye.
Bye.
Breathe.